Hey guys, me Dan Close. Now I'm going for a geocache today. Now I'm hoping to complete the geo challenge of the month for May. Leave a nice log, 250 words or more. Now if I'm going to leave a nice log, I'm going to need to find a nice cache with a bit of a backstory. So that's what I'm doing today. And I believe it's down this public footpath, so off we go. Okay, so I said there was a story to this cache. Well, there kind of is. Might have been a little bit misleading. It's got history. Now, it's a lonely cache. Now, I mean that in two senses. First of all, it's out here in the middle of nowhere. No other caches nearby. I had to park in a gateway. There's no actual parking waypoint. And from the gateway, it's about 3/4 of a mile there and back for one cache. Now, that's not too bad. I do like a cache out on its own. But I said it was lonely in two ways. The other way is, it's a resus cache, also known as a lost cache or a lonely cache. It hasn't been found since the 10th of April 2017. So this will be a resus. I like a resus, and yeah, it'd be nice to. It's nice to find a resus, but the downside of that being there's been no maintenance done, hasn't been found for a year. It might not be there, so wish me luck it is, so I can find it, and then I can write a nice log. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so I'm about 200 feet away. I decided to have a look through the previous log and just see what their experience of this cache was. It had been a year since they found it, so actually, in fact, it had been nearly 2 years since they found it. So it was only going to have 2 finders in nearly 3 years, if my maths is correct. In their log, they said they had to battle through a field full of rapeseed. Now, rapeseed is what they use in oils and things. And this is the field they must be talking about. So I've obviously come out, if I'd have come in April, like they did, maybe I'd have been battling. They said it stained their clothes were all yellow. No such problem for me, it's just a nice big empty field. So yeah, just made me chuckle a little bit. Also, I get to pad the story out a bit because I just had to take my car in for the mechanics to have a look at it. It's not running quite well, so I took it in for them to have a look at it. And they've given me, I don't know the year of it, I didn't check the year, but a Vauxhall Corsa, a really old style Vauxhall Corsa. And it's got a cassette tape deck. You can only play cassettes. Now I haven't had a cassette since 1999, I suppose, was the last time I had a cassette. So yeah, and the radio doesn't work. So I've got no music. While I've got this car, I've got no music. So I guess I just have to sing to myself. Right, I've come to the corner of the field. Now the cache is either going to be here, or more likely, over there by that gateway. So I need to just check my coordinates, and then I'll see you soon. Okay, so there's good news and bad news at ground zero. The good news is, it's brought me to this lovely little bridge with a lovely little stream running underneath. I suspect you can hear it if you listen. A lovely little hidden area. That's the good news. The bad news is, the hint tells me exactly where I should be looking. Slightly overgrown. Let me turn you around so you can see it. So it says it's behind an old concrete gatepost. Now, it's in there, which means I'm going to get prickled, brambled, nettled, stung, bitten, but all of these things go towards a good log. This will definitely help me my 250 word count, so here I go. Okay, it's good news, bad news time again. Good news, I have the cache. Bad news, I'm currently stuck in every possible way from these brambles, so I'm gonna have to get free somehow. See you in a bit. Now, in case you didn't think the brambles were prickly enough, despite the fact I've been pricked and prodded and poked and stabbed and all the rest of it, I am sans hat, without my hat. Let's see what happened to it, shall we? Ah, here it is. Nicely brambles. Ta-da! I have my hat. I have the cash. More importantly, I have a story to tell. Now, can I stretch this story to 250 helicopters? Can I stretch this story to 250 words? Damn right I can. I can hear a helicopter, I can't see it. Maybe it's the rescue team, maybe they heard my screams when I went into the brambles. No, I didn't really scream. Okay, well I'm going to sign this one, put it back, and then get to login. And just because you can see my resus, there I am on the 16th of May, before me, 10th of April 2017. That one's in January 15. There we go. February 15. Oh, so it was over 2 years. I think it was armchair logged. But 2015, 2017, 2018. Gotta love a resus, gotta love a resus. So now anybody that's maybe been watching this one or has been unsure whether to come for it, maybe it's gone, maybe it's missing, I'll now put my log, you know, log it, and then they will know it's here and ready to be found. Now I've just got to battle the brambles to put it back. So yeah, wish me luck with that. Well, I'm now back in the hire car, so maybe I'll celebrate with some music. Oh, I can't. It's a 1994 M-Reg Vauxhall Corsa, which means it's 24 years old. It's never heard of CDs. It's never heard of iPods or digital music, so I guess I'm going to have to sing. Okay, I've done my log. Hopefully it'll be enjoyable for you to hear. And I'll just say that the title is the GC code. So if you want to have a look for yourself, type in the title. So GC4YCGW, a poem by Daniel Close. My name is Dan, and today I had a plan to get a geocache, because that's the kind of man I am. I picked a cache that was due for a resuscitation, because they're the kind of finds that fill me with pride and elation. I jumped in the car and turned the key. It didn't sound too good. I couldn't fix it, but I was sure I knew a man who could. I managed to drive it very slowly to the nearest garage, and they gave me a loaner car 4 times older than my marriage. It was old, but it drove okay. It wasn't quite a wreck, but it did have wind-down windows and an old cassette tape deck. It was time to head off for the cache. No need to panic. I knew my cashmobile was in the hands of a good mechanic. There was no parking waypoint, so I found myself a space to stop in. I grabbed my pen and my phone and some swag I might want to drop in. I followed my nose and the compass on my phone so that I could find my way. It wasn't the best of starts, but I was still determined to have a good day. I began to trek up public footpaths and across muddy fields, excited by the potential to find the cache and all the treasure it yields. When I got to ground zero, there was a little bridge and a pretty stream. It was lovely, hidden away like something out of a dream. Then I was brought back to reality with a bit of a crash, when I saw the actual location of the geocache. Prickles, brambles, nettles, thorns and all those things. I knew I was going to get scratches and cuts, scrapes and stings. I knew it would all be worth it for a bright yellow smiley face, so I dived headfirst into the prickly hiding place. I came out triumphant with the lonely cache firmly in my hand, and just for a moment I felt like the greatest geocacher in all the land. I signed the log, took nothing, left nothing, and put it back in its place. Never mind the one on the map, there was a genuine smiley on my face. And even though I had cuts on my arms and a bubbly stinging nettle rash, there's nothing else I can really say except, thanks for the cache. The end. So that fulfills my entry for the Geo Challenge for the month of May. So thanks for watching.